Watch it more live. All right, sweet.
Okay, so
All
you're
right.
on.
It looks pretty darn good.
Okay.
I mean, the beard looks legendary, so that's all that's necessary. All right.
I think I have to leave a week and a half theoretically Nordic country. If everything goes the way that it's supposed to, maybe I'll shave like when I get back.
I doubt you will.
I don't know. If nothing else, this may
Oh,
be
it'll
like,
get hot, man. You'll be sweating in it.
I think this will be like a winter summer type thing if I keep it going.
Right. All right. I just start the video because a couple of when you watch, people are going to be like, "What the heck? What is going on?" You guys are like in the middle of it. So this is up too late. I'm sure if you're around here and watching my live, you know who I am. So tonight, I guess we were just going to do a trial and error topic, my man. We're going to go over a couple different. I really first live. My internet connection could support it, and so far it looks like it's deep. This is kind of just trial and error. And we'll talk. I've been really excited about how much the channel is gaining traction.
Yes.
Like I text Jonathan and I'm like, bro, he probably gets tired of seeing my analytics that I send him. Right now, I think we're at 800 subscribers. So thanks to everyone. You guys are awesome. It just keeps going up and up and up. So far, when it comes to watch minutes and stuff like that, the thing about the most is a watch minute.
Yeah.
1 million.
That's awesome.
So I just went over 1 million watch time minutes. So I'm grateful for things like that. So I just couldn't believe how some of the newer videos just been coming out. Schedule's been kind of crap. And
like not consistent.
Jonathan's schedule has been crazy as well.
Even worse.
It's cold outside, and today it was 0 degrees all day, and so it's just like I didn't even do anything. So that was just discouraging. It's discouraging. So you can only change a venue. LiveStream is in a completely different place in the house than more. So it's kind of hard to get that change of scenery and keep it up. So I try to always have a different back and because a lot of guys, I won't name any names, but they sit at their bench station, which is cool.
Yep.
But maybe they don't ever change the venue talking about where they're actually at. And so I kind of like different angles and stuff like that. So
for sure.
Jonathan is over tonight because I asked him to be on the live feed just because, heck, why not? It's easier to have one person than a person here than it is trying to talk to have 0 people on. I had like 4 or 5. Now we're at Discord. Like, what would I have talked about myself?
Exactly.
Bless my heart, But this is going to go. I plan on maybe fill. Some people are like hour and 50 hours. And I'm like, I'm not going to want to.
And some of the live streams that I've done, it really, like I've gone for like an hour and a half. Real, no one really has questions, and just hanging out. It could be as short as 30 minutes, or really just depends on the number who are just hanging out and involved.
like, man, where were we? Live stream was a long time. That was like,
yep, it was.
since we polished it.
Yep.
Man, it's kind of funny. It kind of shifted.
Yeah.
So I want to do when I grow up, but that's that's how it goes. I started than where I'm at now, so I'm kind of excited where the channel's going. I don't like to get overly complicated with it. Sometimes I'm like hit or miss. It's like it depends on the day that you're watching, or you know, or if I'm going to do something. It all depends on. I like that tour review kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like getting into some of the. That brings me to my next point, and McCoy asked was tonight, and I think me and Jonathan set it up, and if cool, we're going to test some wall anchors, some drywall wall anchor. We're going to use the crane pull gauge, see where these fail. Actions. I'm going to set up a platform, somewhere and with a couple screws on 16 inches,
Yep.
or it mounted in the actual drill, be able to see it on the back, or like what the heck does a wall anchor actually do
right
when it's in the wall? Well, go around and look at the back side of it. You can see that kind of thing at the but that's all manufacturer puts out there, like, hey, check this out. Time stuff on that, and then go put until they rip out of the drywall, and we're going to see, what a lot of people have their opinions out there. Is like, as I went to Lowe's, and I took a little 15-second video, and there's hundreds of Lowe's. It's like, how can you even, unless you yeah, this looks great. Because I really quickly that the packaging, the pounds that it says on the said 238 pounds it'll hold. Like a big grown ass man off this little screw.
Yeah.
This one right here.
Yeah.
So the package, it was funny. Mobile load is an ultimate load.
Oh.
So they allow a quarter of two,
but it can hold consistent. So you have like max is like.
So the max is the way that I look at it is that allowable load, that would be your max load.
Got it. Okay.
Instead of the number, which and then put it on the package is 230. I'm excited to do this test at an age because I want to get, I want to get the nullify it exactly what it's going to. It's going to be really interesting. The debate has been, it's been fierce. I got a buddy who lives in West Virginia, old buddy from the Marine Corps. Not afraid to tell each other that we're screwed up and we're jacked up and we need to fix ourselves. His theory is I'm calling you out, Aaron. The wall anchor is designed designed to hold something hanging down the wall.
Okay.
Okay, which I agree.
Just like shear force.
I agree. Shear force.
Okay.
It is designed. I get it for hanging pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when you have a shelf, a bottom attach point and a top attach point, and you have the as you put weight on the edge, it's going to be under tension to be pulled,
shear force at the same time.
and shear force at the same time. So originally, my idea pull at to kind of that shelf wanting to yank that anchor out.
Yep.
Completely off my rocker, and that it's all shear force, and that that bottom.
Is it though?
it's so he had top fastener would pull out first. He did agree with me on that.
Okay.
We are question, but he did agree that the top fastener would pull out first. Pull the fastener straight out of the wall.
Yep.
Because when you think about these walls, they're drywall. So they go through the whole balloon. Design you want to do toggle bolt that goes in, a T through the through the hole, whatever you want to call it, whatever kind of fastener. It's designed to keep that straight out of the drywall. So I talked to my dad. My dad's a mechanical engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Theory, I agree with him, is that on the shear force, if we're pulling shear force,
mm-hmm.
we are going to get the same amount. We're going to get close to the same number. And here's why. Because if we have a half-inch hole,
Mm-hmm.
3 different fasteners, they all use 3 half-inch holes. On the back, the shear force is only going to be around that hole and that surface area.
That makes sense.
So that same surface area around all 3, and then, so our theory is straight down that we would get close to the same numbers type of fastener.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because side of almost all the fasteners is like a metal dense than the drywall itself.
Right.
So you wouldn't actually the screw or the drywall gives way, which makes
excited to see what this testing tomorrow. You stick around tonight, we might get it done tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, into the morning. It channel's always up to. I'm gonna be always up too late. But yeah, but used. The reason why you wanted to pull straight also be used if you wanted to mount something.
Which I've never even contemplated those fasteners into like some sort of vertical.
So bear with me here. Bear with me here. You haven't. So okay, talking to Homestead Jay about this. I think So a ceiling joist or a truss, if I was going to do that kind of a small light that hung on a chain and you want to hang into drywall on the ceiling, it'd just be. I'm not saying you're going to have on, and it's going to be. It's not like you're going to but there are applications. That was my idea. It was like, how does this pull out? And I think any kind of shell wall pulls straight out.
Yeah.
So you would want here. He's I think he's looking at. He's,
Hey.
you just petted him while he's looking at himself.
Bunny.
So Rambo likes to photobomb everything. Bomb, I guess. Yeah. So I think that we should do a but then you're into like tests. I don't know, man. YouTube is that puts me into the next topic. So if anybody tells you that YouTube is easy, because even today we're trying to figure out like, hey, connection. I mean, literally minutes before the video, we're testing speeds on the internet because I'm like, I don't know. So I didn't even think about it, like internet, and that's so. Just from rigging the camera to rigging up the lights, we have a lot of light, and just like everything about YouTube is hard. The camera lose the So it's just like after 20 minutes, if I'm thinking about it, the camera went, and I have to go back and re-record. You always, I mean, I do. I like felt like that in the very beginning, but videos and slippers and stuff, because it really doesn't matter all about the content. It should be about the slippers that I have on.
Well, and it's like that's right. It's like social media is for a lot of people, like social media is like fake persona that they put out there, and like they play like a character. Certainly, I felt that way sometimes as well. I mean, it's like if I have one video that I put those clothes back on the next day and finish the video, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's still.
And then I'll do where I'll like get motivated to do a couple videos, and then I'll try the same clothes in all the videos. As you can clearly tell, I just recorded all these on the same day. So, you know, it's you come for Jonathan, his 9 to 9. It might be, we don't have to do a video every night. We're like, man, and do your daily life. I'm like, no, like you would be one thing. I wouldn't want to carry a camera around all day. I'm not always doing something cool.
80% of my life is like really like day-to-day normal people stuff.
Right. Like, yep, did the dishes because so and then that's and it's just being candid. And one thing that I've kind of struggled with identity wise is me and Jonathan had talked about this is current. I'm foul mouthed. You wouldn't know it because I watch. It's important to me that I watch my mouth when I'm doing the videos. But a couple weeks back when I was like, dude, why am I not being myself? Why am I, talking like I usually? And I did a lot of thinking on that. I was like, content to be shareable. I don't want, if you like I did and you want to show your, you want to, or something like that. You want to send it, I want to send it to my dad. I send it, hey dad, check this out. Or I had my dad, like, I want it to be shareable. I want you to view it at home without you need to go away because, Devin gets and raves and cusses and.
Which makes sense. I mean, it makes perfect sense. I mean, I certainly like. I have a foul, and generally it's like that cause those situations. Like if I bust my knuckle out or bleep them out or something, because it's just like, my kids very much enjoy watching my YouTube videos, and I'm just like MF this and MF that and all that stuff. Then of course, then I'm going to get found on YouTube. Like, you know?
Yeah, that'd be a funny thing to have. Oh man, yeah, we watched your YouTube video. Oh man.
Yeah, stuff out because it's like, because my kids watch the video for this part. But yeah, a lot of times I slip. I mean, maybe I should run like a blooper reel or something.
All the cussing
and all the way through.
Yeah, another thing, like when we talk about YouTube being so many aggravating moments that I would really like to go back and find, but I'd like to find a video where I just get frustrated and want to do an informative people, and then it's just like, man, why is this kicking my butt? Just because the camera's rolling. It's like, well, why am I struggling with get this to fit?
Yeah.
And like on your dash,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine how many times you were just aggravated as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, you 8 minutes of me struggling with this one clip. This is real life. People know you cut that out. He's gonna watch you do that 8 minutes of struggling.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna watch it.
And I want to, and like a funny, I'm in the video. Swap up bulbs for LEDs in the dash. Put everything back together. I test it before everything's back together. It all works. It looks good. Put it all together. Bolt everything on. Once it's all back together. One of the LEDs didn't work. That worked like enough so it like didn't connect on the back of the gauge. Like just not working. Like in that process, I was just like, this will be like a 5-minute thing. I'll just really did everything twice because I had to tear everything back apart again, fix the ball together. And like that, I mean, it's not part of the video because I wasn't recording. I wasn't like intending for that to be a thing. But I've done I've asked times for one video of me doing, which is like,
and then like the floor jacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if you can put cards in these or not. I don't know.
You can.
He did the jacks and he camera angles. Jonathan's really good with his production. Really archaic. I just out there is like
it's working. It's
so
well.
It's whatever, man. I'm not. But Jonathan put a lot of effort. Was jacking the truck up and down multiple times. It all like, cool.
Yeah. But
you spent a lot of time on it. Now what it's bad. What? So it was pretty epic. Right. Like I didn't even see it. I thought you just cut at it, and then I was like, no, the camera was right there.
Right.
And I was jacked it up multiple times.
Yeah, it was 3 times. Jacked it up 3 times with the camera through. And then, I mean, I think it's fun to watch some YouTube, just like seeing behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like I watched one the other night where a guy was pulling his truck out of the garage, and it had freshly snowed, and there were tire tracks pulled out and then pulled to the side because he outside, set up, got back in the truck, drove backwards, pulled it back out, and and then all of a sudden, put it all together, looked like one scene. Yeah. And it's like seeing that type of stuff. That person got out, took the camera back inside, pulled it out, and then did it 3 different times to get 3 different camera angles, which is like, it's cool. I think I enjoy is like where some somehow you have these multiple clips or between things, and
Yeah.
it's like a TV. Use like one camera. It's like the whole thing, like
Yeah.
So yeah, you just got to row. Like,
Yeah. His cameras, he's got like 4 different angles.
right.
It's like it was sitting like I was like thought no he's
No.
take have one angle and it's not a wide angle lens. So I way back in the room, and it looks like I have to set it so far away and talk a microphone amped up for it to get good audio, like in my videos.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Right.
It's really not that big of a deal. It's not life or death. But
I think I of like putting together cool videos with cool ideas and everything. I mean, that's why I enjoy just making the videos. Like, the content's cool. I like trucks. I like working on stuff. I like making videos too. I mean, it's like how many different angles can I include to make something look cool, or like how can I like continue driving, stuff like that. Like that stuff I just find kind of fun to like sort that out.
Yeah, and animals are completely different.
But yeah, I mean,
well, you push out the content, man. You'll get there. Man, overcoming all the haters. Oh, it's always a struggle. You like, like all the there's some people that have some really hateful comments. It's like just rented space in that guy's mind for however long that he. But some people make derogatory comments, and you're just like, dude, like really, what did I do to you? You know, it's hard to not let it get to you. So like those people that don't have a channel and don't succumb to all of these, I started deleting them off the channel.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody like made a really in one of the video with me and my dad in it, some guy does two retards. My channel from him from now on. So there's an option to hide user from channel.
Yeah.
For trying to test best construction adhesive. Like what? Like okay, I'm like wrong here. This is not the community. Some people say some really derogatory stuff, and it's just like it's discouraging. You're just like, you know what? And I let it get me down. Like when it first happened, your first thumbs down.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh man, somebody, I don't know. When I get a thumbs down, I'm like, why? What did I do? It's like, what's wrong with my video? Like, here, let's pull up an example. So, I get YouTube comments. People keep me busy on comments.
Yeah.
Constantly. Sure. Let's go into a recent video here. I was just like, what? Videos aren't bad. Modifying pack out trays. Have you seen that one? Yep. Where I divided the one pack out tray into 2, into 4 or whatever, made the crosshatch.
Yep.
3 thumbs down.
Okay.
Like, who gave me the thumbs down? Like, what did I do poorly? I want to know. Like, it should have a comment up. Like, thanks, guys. But 3 thumbs down. What did I do to deserve this? Right. I can agree with the Tecton versus Milwaukee. That, which sends me into my next topic. We're going to talk about after this. But like, Some of these are really, oh, like that John Deere video that I put out.
Oh, that was good.
Ooh.
Was that the one where you reviewed the 1000 series?
It was the one. It was the 1025.
Or 1025.
My buddy's tractor. So going back, if you haven't seen the video, and if I can link it, I'm going to put it right here. 5 things I hate about the John Deere 1025R. So I borrowed my buddy's tractor. Yeah. He bought it brand new. He let me borrow it for 3 hours on it.
Okay.
Great, awesome dude. Awesome. He borrowed the tractor for 3 hours. The concerns I had with it were concerns.
Yep.
It was the bleed down when you bring the bucket up. Right. If you had it full of stuff, it would curl back on the valve.
Yeah.
But a brand new tractor shouldn't have that issue.
Shouldn't do that unless it's overloaded, of course. But could overload the.
Aha.
Yeah.
So the second thing that I didn't like is if it can't handle all of the stuff that you pick up in a 60-inch bucket, why did it bucket? I misspoke on this. I can't remember now. It's been like almost a year. And then the other, it's if you're trying to haul with a bucket full of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So people are like, oh, way long, and that's the glory of the internet. If you want to do something right, just post something to tell you what you're doing. But wheel weights, and you need this and you need that. It's like that should come with the tractor. Loader, it should have the accoutrement to go with it.
Yeah, you should be able to ballast the wheels properly and
right.
Distribute the weight and everything. And maybe the bucket was purchased secondary. It could also. I worked for a John Deere dealership early career.
I did not know this.
I did.
Right.
Yeah, I worked.
Let's get serious.
So I've actually worked for 2 John Deere dealerships. Once as a mechanic and the inside sales stuff.
Okay.
And the way that these a lot like. Somebody would come in and say, oh, well, I just want to move some mulch around or something like that. I'm like, okay, well, you probably don't need wheel theoretically or like whatever it is.
Right.
And then they'll say, well, it comes with a 54-inch bucket. They'll get that. And they'll say, well, that's a little bit small. Can I? And they'll order like a bucket as well as the original. I should probably add wheel weights and like how that up together that is able to overload.
Okay. I totally get your point on that. Yeah. Nonetheless, on the slide, but like that was the only thing with the tractor. I had no qualms with like speed, tires that were on it. I literally just had safety concerns that I had noticed when, everybody. Ooh.
Right.
31.
What?
Yeah. Thank you for the watch time. It's a very popular.
I did not realize.
Yeah, 235,000. Brought up some safety concerns. And I did it in slippers. So thanks for the watch time and the 15,000 views.
Even better.
Talking about, I said this brings me to my next point.
What were we talking about? We were talking about the.
Gosh.
I mean, I think some of the comments that I get on my channel generally are about doing things like, or the ones that. Comments, I'll say the ones that aren't positive, the ones that aren't like cool video or whatever. It's like I used a chrome socket with an impact. That's wrong. And I have the reasons why that's a bad idea. And I just did socket. Like I even commented back. I said, you're entirely correct. I understand that I did that incorrectly. Appreciate you stopping by because I may not have actually known that. is kind of like,
Right.
you know, I realize when I'm doing things that I probably shouldn't, and I try to cut those. Like if I lift something to like change, actually do that, and just like leave it running and just like have it up in the air, like pop the wheel. I know I shouldn't do that, and I'm not okay with that. Happens like sometimes I do that. Like,
You know, like, I'm trying to do it quicker.
exactly.
I can't believe I'm mentioning this. Watches this live stream in this point. To this point, please leave a comment.
Right.
Say I listened to what you said, and I put it in the comment. But here's a story. Video.
Mm-hmm.
Last Land Rover video. Land Rover on ramps. Ramps in the garage. In the shop, the concrete is really slick. It's sealed. It's polished. So me and Dylan were down there, and we were setting up on there. First mistake is, well, the ramps slide on the concrete until you get weight on them. So if you shoot the ramps out the front. So so yes, car ramp, it'll shoot them things out from underneath the Land Rover. So when you go, you're committed to all the way up in the topped. Probably shouldn't have done it with the hood popped. Whatever. It was. I did not like deleted the.
Yeah.
This is what happened. Here we go. I am easing it up. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna be 100. I have my head, got the head out the window, and I come up into the first ramp, hit the brake. Turns out it was still on the gas and the brake. I go over the left ramp. The right ramp is still up underneath the tire. The truck is pushed it. So truck still moving. So I slammed to the brake, but it's still on. I ran the Land Rover up underneath the catwalk, crushing the signs, everything.
Oh.
On the other side of on the other seat,
oh no!
And the catwalk, I smashed the heater up in between the washer all the way up against the wall, and it like came to a halt, and I was like, oh, and then I finally like let off the brake. What the hell just happened? What is going on? Dylan is on the other side. He's somewhere. I don't know where he's at. You know, and so I backed everything out. You know, I'm like shooken up. I'm like, what the heck just happened? And he's like, oh man. And I'm like, so us the hit line and the sign fell and hit him in the head.
No.
The only thing that like the heater got slammed, like a really embarrassing moment, but like that's safety.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't show that kind of stuff because you've done everything right, you know. Yeah. But car ramps are dangerous, and they're dangerous, especially in public. So, you know, it's just one of those things. But it was just so if you just listen to the comment up here, crazy story.
That's awesome.
Don't tell anybody in the comments what it was. You can have human but it's an impact.
Yep.
So, Jonathan, I've talked about. Should I talk about this on the live stream?
Let's do it.
Okay. So, I wish, because I'd get it done. I wish I had the money right now everybody's been chapping my ass, like Taiwanese junk and China junk, and Milwaukee is just different sockets of all these different manufacturers. Just to name a few: Snap-on, Mac, Cobalt, Craftsman, Tech, all of these companies. In my head, what are different about their sockets?
Right.
What can we figure out? Milwaukee, I compared another video of mine to the Milwaukee socket set. I did take a micrometer and mic out
Okay.
of the sockets, and the Milwaukee did have. Okay. And what I want to do in the near future is I want some metallurgy done. I want to do some destructive tests. Bottom of chromium content. I want absolutely all the numbers in every manufacturer. I would love to see some junk that is made with same alloys and exact same percentages as possible.
I think is it possible that I would say that in some cases, yeah. I think I want to like a very similar topic along receivers for like ARs.
Yeah.
Where there's like I've heard there's like 3 to make them, but they stamp a lot of
yeah.
And I would be actually make sockets. Like is it like are there 10 foundries that actually make and saying like okay so these are the same thing, can we pinpoint their like to like so and so foundries and say like clearly these are probably made in the same factory,
right?
And that's I think about like when it comes to batteries or anything. I mean how many companies are actually manufacturing oil?
Yeah.
Additive package is different, and that can be different, and that's fine. As far as a crude, the same place, the ground, and goes through like 3 or 4 different factories, probably between them and everything.
Right.
How many factories are actually manufacturing?
I know that
have different ones.
IPAC's tool company is huge on their that makes a lot of different things that get white branded and stuff like that. I know that they're out there, but I would really love is we could just quantify just a couple of them. I would just love to see a couple of them. Like I was thinking about 10 samples, 8. So coming up with 2 more. You can tell me a lab non-biased can tell me these have the
right
or the percentages almost to the point where we can't quantify a difference. Then smack in the face for everybody. Oh, that socket is shit. This is a big waste of money. Actually, the socket set that you buy from exact same on the scale as Stanley. So why are you buying Snap-on? Now I'm not hating on Snap-on. I bet I would bet probably a full paycheck that has their own. That they're not going to be like anybody. As far as Tecton and Craftsman and Cobalt, I bet they're all the same darn thing coming from the same darn factory. Like, get out of here if you think everything is made different.
Snap-on, like Mac tools, probably Matco as well. they're probably the Tecton or like the Cobalt stuff. And just having like had experience with like and like feeling them both, they both feel resemble each other.
Right.
Not even like remotely close looking. But like the Tecton stuff, the what is it, Cobalt, like Lowe's.
Lowe's, yep.
And then Home Depot's brand is so. Do they have like a, or do they sell?
What? Menards, I know sells. Didn't answer the question. Menards Master Force.
Master Force, okay.
Home Depot sells Milwaukee. Milwaukee, Bosch, Makita. Those are power tools. Those aren't getting down to sockets. I don't know.
Yeah.
With the cheaper, yeah, because Walmart sells Stanley.
Yeah.
And Lowe's is now selling Craftsman.
I would be surprised if the Stanley is different than Cobalt. It's weird if it was somehow like Stanley and Cobalt. Yeah.
Not the stamping or not any of the stuff when it comes to handle designs and stuff. Like, guarantee you, I could almost guarantee you without a shadow of a doubt that metallurgy is the same between all the alloys in that socket.
I mean, it could be the same factory, and it's for the different manufacturer. Theoretically, for those, it's like it could be going into all of those sockets, and really do like how much does it take to destroy each socket? With fun ways to exceed the things on the mall.
So I had thought about that. I was like, do that.
Yeah.
But on that is that you have difference.
Yeah.
You cannot, while you set up a system to test a socket and to test them, you cannot have the same exact force exert rocket that you do there. So whether you're canted, it could be a degree.
Yeah.
Put that on a weak spot on that socket.
Yep.
And then boom, it's kind of out the window because you were a weak spot here.
It could even be difference in casting. It existed in one place for one, but then that's 999,000 or whatever they find, but that one just.
And then you could get into the hardness of each of them. Some manufacturers, just tempering or hardening their metals.
Yeah.
So into HRC, hardness and stuff like that, you could get really stupid with the testing. You're still watching how much it costs. A destructive test, I got quoted at $200 a sample. So to do, it'd be more than that. It'd be like $2,700. Yeah, or it'd be like 3,000. I'm not doing math right now. Yeah, it'd be like $3,000 to test 10 socket. To say, gotcha. Right. Non-destructive testing. For the first sample, and then 50 for each sample after that. Cheaper to do non-destructive, find out carbon content. I think it was chromium. There were certain alloys that you could not figure out destructive test, and a non-destructive test cannot see through any coatings. So you have to literally do a destructive test, or you have to do destruction to the down until you have the base metal. Destructive test. I really wish it was cheaper.
Potentially.
I
mean, maybe
collect data over time.
Yeah, collect it. Yeah, if you have the sockets, you just and then put together one video at the end and go.
Surprised nobody's done it yet. Somebody's gonna steal my idea because we put it on here.
Right. I don't think I've seen it yet.
Another channel copied it. The name out there, a very reputable channel, all of a sudden had the same exact idea. Video. My video went viral. It's a very, can I say that he stole the idea? He's things.
Oh, really?
You watched my video and then you got those and then went and made your own video. He has like 200,000. I'm like, man, I wish I had followers. I just want the followers. But you know, no big deal. I don't mind. They did a tested shear strength on a construction adhesive, which I agree with. I think his test was even metal to metal.
Oh, wow.
Okay. When would I? But I'd really like to know how are metal together with glue
without like
metal.
Please,
man, we made it a. I think we're back. Okay, little blip in the radar. We've been live for now. It's crazy.
Nice.
But it's shear strength, metal to metal on their adhesive. That doesn't make sense to me. At least glue subfloor to the joist and screws. Where that's something that happens over time. Is as a you know, you get a free and then you get squeaks and stuff, or you know, you that purchase on that and shit numbers. We got the PSI numbers, and was like nobody's doing shear.
Right.
If you're pulling it, kind of same thing with a drive.
Anchors. I mean, like the difference, like actually thinking it through. Like I don't actually shear the whatever. You like even if with the sharpest like immediate downward force, I think it'd still rip it out.
That we're going to have to talk about is the static load. Let's say it pulled 5 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's the max that pulls free, but it 50. You know, we're not really. It would take forever for have to do hang 50 pounds from it and time limit. What's it going to be? 10 seconds? What's it? 10 minutes? You know, somebody's that.
Yeah.
They're just going until fail point. Well, the best way to test it because hanging 75 pounds from it for whatever doesn't really.
It's true. Yeah. I hadn't really like the timing and how long you'd have to like quantifiable results.
Right.
Because then you could like reproduce that every time. Like if you can produce reproducible results, then we could actually put it together.
But it's like, oh yeah, this held 25 pounds for 50. That's not really good. Yeah, and then yeah, you would never have. You couldn't even test it that way. Mm-hmm. Now that I think about it, because you wait on it, it's not going to hold it for the time. You know, 50 pounds on all of them and see how long it.
Yeah.
And then go 50 pounds for 15, 30 seconds or whatever, but that doesn't get you anywhere. So until You want to stick around tonight and build something?
Let's do it.
And now
Let's try
I
it.
think we're going to here. I think we're going to call it a day. We haven't had a lot of traffic through here, but yeah, whatever.
First live stream, though, right?
Yeah. First live, technically. First, I'm going to start doing these on Friday. We get some good. I love to interact with people. I'm a people person, so next Friday we'll set up the new throughout the week. I think the reason because it was a 5, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 11 o'clock, whatever.
11 o'clock. No.
I don't know why it said I was doing 1 at 11. I'm not sure, but I hope you guys, if you guys watched the whole video, bless you, because we did a lot of rant. Put anything else out there?
I think the live stream was cool. I think we had a lot of cool discussions and everything. Definitely looking forward to this drywall test. Like, I'm a fan of I really want to see, because I've hung some crazy stuff off of those.
Right.
Yeah, it should be cool to see what they have stuff in the near future. Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
Catch me on Instagram, YouTube. Always up too late.
The information, all of Jonathan in the description. Show more. I gotta hit show more. I hate that description. How it only has one excerpt and come on, whatever. Because I'm able to click show more.
Yeah.
I'm not at first I was scroll down. Please just scroll down a little bit. You know. Now I have to have more.
Yes.
Not gonna happen.
You're right.
You guys loved the live stream. We'll see how many people watch us throughout the week. I don't look like when we end it and then it pops up on my channel. I don't even know what. I'm there and first of many. So we'll see you guys next Friday. Hopefully I'll video and Tuesday and Thursday. Man, it's hard to do 3 videos. It's a whole video. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll